as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On play action, now Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Carr completes it, and that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, 29 yards. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chicago offense set to get started. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Off play action, Fields. And pass complete to Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Fields on third down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On second down, a run with Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Now Fields. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Carr. It's caught. Smith. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Here's Jones. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 27, Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Herbert. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog. Especially
if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing now is Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. There's Chris Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now left side on the swing pass. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off for 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys to stop.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Fields going to keep it once more. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From the 36, Fields. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Fields now to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
A handoff for Herbert. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To the 43, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Kamara up the middle. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. To throw, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. The kick by Watts is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Following the made field goal, lets to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Herbert to start the drive. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st down, Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Fields on 1st down. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Here's a give to Herbert. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Saints will have the football back. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Jones on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. That pass complete to Moore. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Five yards remain on 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and 5.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll run here with Herbert. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Foreman. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Nobody else to make it. You make the play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now Fields and the Bears down 20-14. A minute 37 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. All eyes on Fields. He's got Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Back to throw. Fields. Dancing to his... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be taken down here. That's short of a 1st down as he gets about 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Now Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last throw here for Fields. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.